Some friendships begin without planning, with just one smile, one small conversation. And suddenly, two strangers become part of each other's lives. On those college steps, these two boys were laughing, not knowing that today's simple meeting was quietly writing the first line of a lifelong story. Between cups of tea and borrowed notes, between jokes and shy smiles, a bond was slowly forming without asking permission. They thought it was just another ordinary day, but sometimes the most ordinary moments become the beginning of something unforgettable. That evening, while walking back from college, the sun was setting, and their conversations were growing deeper. Laughing softly, they made a small promise. No matter where life takes us, every Sunday we will call each other. No papers, no signatures, just two friends and an honest smile. Sometimes the strongest promises in life are not written with ink, they are written quietly inside the heart. And without realizing it, they had just protected their friendship for many years to come. And then the first Sunday finally arrived. The phone rang softly, and at the same moment, two smiles appeared in two different rooms. Every week at the same time, the same number, the same voice, the same familiar laughter. Sometimes they spoke about their long days, about difficult classes, about new dreams, and sometimes they spoke about nothing at all. They shared small stories, funny mistakes, tiny victories, and quiet worries they never told anyone else. There were moments when one of them spoke endlessly and the other simply listened without interrupting. That small phone call slowly became the safest place in their week. No matter how busy life became, no matter how tired they felt, every Sunday they found time for each other. Some friendships grow by meeting every day, and some become stronger by remembering each other every single week. Time began to move faster. College ended, jobs began, dreams found wings. Life started running. But Sunday always walked slowly. Degrees changed, cities changed, rooms changed, voices changed. But every Sunday, the phone told the same story. Some habits do not change with time. They remind us of who we once were and who we still are inside. While the world kept moving forward, two friends were quietly holding on to one small promise made long ago. One Sunday evening, just like every other Sunday, he began to call. He looked at the screen and waited for the familiar voice. But this time, the ringing did not stop. Seconds passed, then minutes. The room felt strangely quiet. For the first time in so many years, that call was not answered. Maybe his friend was busy. Maybe he was in a meeting. Maybe he would call back in a moment. He waited and waited, but the phone remained silent. There was no anger in his heart, no disappointment, only a small question slowly growing inside. Is everything all right? Sometimes life does not change with big storms. Sometimes it changes very quietly with just one missed call. He took a deep breath and tried to convince himself. It's okay. Next Sunday he will surely call. But somewhere deep inside, for the very first time, a tiny fear was born. A fear that something, somewhere, had already begun to change. He did not argue. He simply left a soft message. You must be busy. It's okay. I'll call again next Sunday. There was no anger in his voice, only patience and a little fear. Some people protect relationships, not with words, but with waiting. And every Sunday, that waiting was tested again and again. One life slowly filled with people, marriage, a new home, family dinners, children's laughter echoing through the rooms. Days became busy, nights became shorter, and life moved forward one responsibility at a time. Another life, slowly filled with silence. Rooms felt quieter, Evenings felt longer. Meals were eaten alone. Lights were switched off early. And time seemed to move more slowly. Yet every Sunday, one phone still dialed the same number, but out of connection. Sometimes two lives walk on different roads, not because they choose to leave, but because life gently pulls them apart. Still, true friendship does not forget. It pauses, it looks back, and quietly searches for the old path once again. On the phone screen, one missed call after another, every Sunday a quiet memory. Some promises are not kept loudly, they are kept silently, week after week without applause. He knew answers might never come, but still every Sunday, his fingers dialed the same number, because true friendship does not depend on replies, it depends on faith. This Sunday, the phone rang longer than usual. A strange fear slowly settled inside his heart. The city was asleep, but his thoughts were wide awake. Some calls, before becoming the last, try to warn us very softly, but we often fail to understand until it is too late. The next day, an unknown number called back. Are you Ariv? And then one sentence that silenced the entire world. He is no more, but every Sunday he waited for your call. Some news does not fall on the ears. It falls directly on the heart. And some relationships leave without saying goodbye and stay with us forever. Memories suddenly begin to shine brighter. Laughter, conversations, those college steps. Friendship never truly ends. It only lives inside our memories. Some faces never fade with time. They remain clear inside the heart. And some voices, even after silence, continue to speak gently within us. The next Sunday, the phone rang again, but this time a small voice answered. Uncle, Papa told me about you. And suddenly, the same laughter, the same warmth returned in a new voice. Some friendships travel beyond time, beyond life, beyond goodbye. And some promises never miss a call.